Ka-chow.
Gang's all here tonight. Alex is ka-chowing, Jim is grimacing, and Nemi's sipping on some scissor out of his cup.
I'm glad we're all here because then I don't have to listen to Muff's voice memos about his opinions of when he's not here.
Muff also put all his notes on the sheet and was like, "Hey, make sure you share my thoughts." And we did.
I shared every thought.
You did. We do this. This is not the first time. We did it for Jim before.
Yep.
Yeah, but you're the shit. You're the leader of the pack, man. Like,
some days, Nemi, duty calls. I had to serve them college kids some eggs and tater tots and bacon and
yeah, you're the leader. You're like Sharon Moore at Michigan. You're the head coach. You're the leader. You're the one that everyone looks up to, Muff. Don't let us down.
Well, let's not make that comparison, Nemi. Going on with that right now as we're recording live on Wednesday night, December 10th. There has been a lot happening for the Michigan man, Sharon Moore. I don't think we're in a position to truly speak on this aside from shit's getting real, folks. Shit's getting real.
Why aren't we in a position to talk about this?
It's all speculation right now, Jim.
Ain't no speculation. He was fired.
That's true.
That is objectively true. After that, go on.
Anything Adam Schefter says is true. So if he said it, it's true.
If you want to cite Adam Schefter as your source, I will let you cite all the things you want, Jim.
He was fired. I can say that.
Schefter also said he was arrested.
Okay.
All right.
Is that all we have? This is what I'm saying. Like anything after that is speculative, and I would not like us to dive into.
What would you like us to not speculate on? Like what topic? The firing?
The reasons for the for-cause firing.
Immoral behavior. Right?
Has that been stated by Adam Schefter?
That has been cited.
By Adam Schefter?
I believe so.
Let me pull it up. Well, I mean, we can spend a couple minutes on this because we don't have many college games today. It's all NFL, so we got to fill the time somehow.
I believe.
Well, Nemi's doing some recon here to see what Adam Schefter has definitively told the world. This is Sports Stuff Betting Stuff, the number one sports betting podcast coming out of the Sports Stuff with Jim and Muff Enterprise. I'm your host and the original degenerate, Muff. Hello,
Muff.
Rejoining the crew after a day off. Joined alongside the Ohio homer, the Ohio degenerate, and the capo of the Midwest Crack House, Jim.
Hello.
James. How are the Kraken doing? Do we know?
Last I checked, but that was last week, so that's terrible. They were doing well.
Okay, that's good. I mean, this is hockey. They've probably only played 2 to 3 games since then, so I don't think it's gotten significantly better or worse. So we've got that going for us, which is nice. Also with us tonight, the resident medical degenerate and another half of the original degenerate crew, Alex.
That's me.
That is Alex. And our newsbreaker extraordinaire, new to the show this year. He's making a name for himself. He's just another degenerate from Cleveland, Nemi.
Just here to support Jim, especially on a day like today.
It's a great day.
Nemi, what have you found? What has Adam Schefter reported?
ESPN.com, a.k.a. Adam Scheffler, has reported that Sharon Moore has been terminated with cause effective immediately due to credible evidence that the coach Moore was engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member and that he has been detained by police in Saline, Michigan, and was later turned over to a second area police department for an investigation into potential charges. We'll keep it at that.
Well, what else is there to keep it at?
So is that what Ohio State does? They celebrate the things that are really detrimental to people's lives.
Who said we're celebrating?
All I learned today, Alex.
Day.
It is a great day. I'm here with my friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did well on the betting show. Alex, you're taking it to the gutter here.
Well, I will say that the conversation before we started recording live may have led Alex to believe that there was some celebratory remarks.
How so, Muff?
Making light of Michigan men
We simply brought up the fact that there were how many DUIs and arrests of Jim Harbaugh's assistants?
I don't know. That's you. That's you. You have to come
Demi
forth
and
with these
I stated
facts.
facts. This wasn't a celebration. This was us sharing facts.
All I'm gonna
You guys
say
are
is
making
that
jumps here.
it's 2025 and Michigan is still cheating. That's all I'm gonna say.
I can't say that. I'm not allowed.
I do think that there is something out there to point to that. Still
I'm
may
not
be
allowed to
incredibly
reference.
speculative. Oh yeah, that's true. That's in the notes. I agree.
See?
Oh, that's in the
That's real. That's real. That's real life. I mean, Jim is not allowed to talk about Michigan cheating because that was not part of the reason Ohio State ever lost. Jim
Am I allowed to, as his support human, mention the cheating?
Not in your capacity as Jim's support human, but you as an individual can.
Exactly.
Got it.
Like you can't be.
I've said all I need to say on the topic, and we can get on with the show.
You can't be a voice for Jim.
How this works for the
like
world?
A retraction. I would like a retraction from Alex. We aren't celebrating any of that.
No. All of the things that you have said about me, I will not be retracting this.
All right, how this is going to work? We're going to go over last week's best bets, all the specialty picks, and any of the fun other things like the road to 272 bets. Go over this week's betting slate, which primarily includes the NFL, and then do it all over again. Before we get into that, let's remind everybody that our exclusive betting app, hopefully future sponsor, and where all the money goes is FanDuel.
FanDuel.
It most definitely is FanDuel. One day, gents. One day we'll get there. You know what? Maybe
we have to put out some kind of effort in that, though. Like someone has to write them. Someone has to talk to them.
It sounds like a perfect project for you, Jim.
Don't we have somebody that we know that works for FanDuel?
I feel like
someone does.
I can't confirm.
Like, children to be like, please let our dad be on FanDuel.
We're gonna reply to a FanDuel tweet and be like, please sponsor me.
Yeah.
I'll keep trying.
Jim and Nemi have this market cornered if it's about kids.
That is fair. We also know a guy who knows a guy.
Right. You can craft the letter, Jim. I will deliver it.
I'll just chat GPT the shit out of that.
Okay, well, that's just going to hurt our odds.
Yeah, you could tell when something is. That's for sure.
Yeah, know your audience, Jim. This needs to be heartfelt and genuine, not a college kid at 11:55 p.m. with an 11:59 deadline.
Yeah.
Chat GPT, make it heartfelt and genuine. Good. What else needs to be in there?
Go ahead, Jim. See what pops out. See if it's really considered.
Muff's in the game. He knows what ChatGPT looks like.
I don't think he does. I think that's a lie he tells others.
It's 100% a lie, Jim. It is very obvious, and if you are using it for your day-to-day, people know. It's all.
I don't think they do.
And what's even better is when people start to write something and think, "Oh, I don't know what to say next," so they chat GPT it for a while, and then they get back to trying to write it, thinking like, "Oh, I just slid one in there." That's even more obvious than if you didn't do that.
I guarantee I can write something from Muff, and he would have no idea.
I guarantee that I would.
No way.
All right, we'll do this at another time. We'll have play a little game.
Just so you know, my default position when you write something and give it to me is going to be it's ChatGPT. That way, I'm never wrong.
That sounds like a terrible approach.
No, that sounds like a skeptic's approach, which is what we have to be in this world.
Sounds like a stuffy-ass professor's approach.
Well, Jim, if the shoe fits, sometimes you got to wear it, buddy.
I'm telling you.
All right, let's introduce everybody to our totems, our tokens, our items of good luck.
Yeah.
After a week off, we're going to lead off with Alex.
I am still rocking my green flag of victory.
Green for victory, green for money. Next, let's move on to Nemi.
Still got the first place softball trophy after last week. Definitely would never want to go away from this, and it is screwed on as tight as possible.
That's all we need. Firm base. Next, I have my Sugarlands hat with a little shine on, Chris, from those Moonshiners. It's served me well since I've made this switch, so I don't anticipate we're going to move away from it. And last, certainly not least, Jim.
I have my 3 gold coins, my Ohio State hat with the Ohio State flag on the bill, and my Magic Genie lamp.
Yeah, I feel like this is like the 12 Days of Christmas. 3 golden coins, 1 genie lamp.
Yeah.
In a winning betting week.
Yes, sir.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we've got that on lock now. All right, everybody, let us get into last week's recap. This week, the Blue Ribbon winner with a perfect record is Nemi.
Hey, before Nemi begins, I'm gonna need y'all to handle this because there's trouble afoot in my house for a second. I will return.
No problem.
Go ahead, Nemi. Tell the world what you did.
So 5-0 this week. 3 college games, 2 NFL games. So had the Packers minus the 6.5 against the Bears. That was a win by 7. Had the under Texans Chiefs 41.5. That was pretty far under. I'm pretty sure. Tulane plus 2.5 versus North Texas. That's an outright winner. Georgia minus 2.5 versus Bama. Easy. Duke, Virginia under 57.5, and it went to overtime. Still stayed under. So
were you sweating it all when it went to overtime? Thinking if this is how this goes down, I'm gonna be pretty upset.
Kind of, yeah. But I was more tuned into what's going to happen in the game because it was a playoff impact game where I was kind of like watching and like just for my own benefit to see who was going to win
and at that time I guess in hindsight you weren't like that wasn't your 5th game.
No, it was like, right? Oh my god, this is a sick game. Who's going to make the playoff? And I was like, oh shit, I forgot I have the under.
Right. All right. Next we have Alex.
I went 4-2, 43-46 overall, 483 winning percentage. My 4-2 record consisted of Tulane plus 2.5 versus North Texas, the Seahawks minus 7.5 at the Falcons, the Rams minus 8.5 at the Cardinals, the Chargers plus 3.5 at the Eagles, and I lost BYU plus 13.5 versus Texas Tech, and in a somewhat controversial game, the Broncos minus 7.5 at the Raiders. I guess it was nothing controversial, just the cover.
It was 100% a betting controversy, further supported by Dave Portnoy, who has made an appearance on this show, not personally, but definitely through his commentary for many reasons today. Next was me. I was 4-3 for the week, bringing my overall win-loss record of 49.57 for a 462 winning percentage, slowly climbing. We'll see if I can make any big strides here in the weeks to come. My wins were Georgia, Bama under 47.5, Seahawks cover 7.5 at the Falcons, Bengals, Bills over 51.5, and Rams cover 8.5 at the Cards. Offset by my losses, North Texas, Tulane not going over 65.5, Indiana, Ohio State not going over 48.5, and as Alex has already mentioned, the Broncos not covering 7.5 thanks to a late garbage time field goal. Usually we say garbage time touchdowns. This was a garbage time field goal.
Was that an untimed down that they kicked that on?
I know there was like 5 seconds left. It was like a 50-ish yarder. So the time
after
ran
a penalty,
out
right? There was like a penalty.
Yes, after a delay of game penalty, which was also controversial. I'm not going to say it wasn't warranted, but at the time in the game, it didn't make sense. And last this week, but still not a losing record, Jim.
2-2. Lost the Duke game against Virginia, the Ohio State game against Indiana. Won my NFL bets. Seahawks minus 7.5 at the Falcons, and the Jags plus 1.5 at the Colts, making my record 50-41-2, with a winning percentage of 538.
Still in first. Jim still in first.
Still in the first place spot.
No one has.
All right, let's get into the specialty picks first, starting with the Mike Allstott hit stick pick of the week.
Pow, pow, pow,
pow.
It was Seahawks to cover 7.5 at the Falcons with another win. I think because it's 3 or 4 in a row now. Put the hit stick pick over 500, 8-7 for the year. And the town rejoiced. Chris Berman went pow, 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 pow all over the set. In the swift kick to the Killatrav Dick risky pick of the week,
Shake it off. Shake it off.
we took the Jags as short money line dogs. They were plus 1.5. Took them straight up. They win, bringing the risky pick to 5-10 for the season. Again, making some positive strides in the money line dog pick for the year. And I believe that we made a very good pick for the namesake, because it was definitely a risky pick for Killatrav to do everything he's doing this year.
Yeah, doing well.
In the Buddy Lay Parlay,
Yippee.
another loss. But again, we've got like 5 more losses before this is not profitable.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's
Full
the best
disclosure.
And we were 3-2 in it. Close.
We had a shot. We didn't get out of Saturday night. Right? Those were the losses. Both of the primetime Saturday night games were losses towards this end. In
Which pick was
Jim's
mine?
soup. Go ahead, Alex.
I didn't know if you guys remembered which pick was mine.
We weren't going to point any fingers.
Okay.
It was Virginia, wasn't it?
Oh damn.
Yes.
Wait,
I had the
no.
Indiana High State over, so I mean, I also lost.
It wasn't Virginia. Virginia wasn't one of my best bets. It was
It
probably
was
Rams.
Virginia. It was Virginia.
Why did you just pick a random pick for me then?
I had Virginia, Alex.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah, whatever we picked for you, Alex, it was either the Texans, Chiefs, or the Rams. One of the two.
I had the Texans Chiefs under. So
Okay, so
Alex, you got the Rams then.
And you won.
In Jim's Super Dog,
Super duper.
Dupa. Loss.
Not good.
was a loss. BYU. I mean, there were limited options last week, so
Yeah.
Jim, what is the deal for the rest of the season now? Are we redefining what a super dog is with mostly NFL lines, or are we just taking what we got and working with it?
There'll be some bowl game possibilities potentially.
I think we're gonna let it ride for right now. Honestly.
So the rules still apply for the moment.
Yeah, for now.
Okay. All right. Let's get into the latter end of our specialty picks. Let me take it away. Guess who's still surviving?
Muff had the Eagles as a winner, and they lost, right?
No, that was last week. I took the Broncos as the winner.
Sorry.
This week, I have the Eagles as a winner.
Sorry about that. Muff had the Broncos as the winner last week, and that was a winner. So Muff, even though he's not competing against anybody because he won the contest, he's still continuing his journey on the Survivor. We'll see how far he can go.
All right. And into the road to 272 NFL bets. Alex and I continue our journey. This week, I had the better week. I was 9-5, up 3.24 units for the week, bringing my overall record to 108-10. I'm down 2.1 units. Alex?
I went 8-6 this week, up 1.776 units. Merca, 1776. Overall, now I'm 91-83-2 with being up plus 2.818 units.
Alex is the one. He's the truth. The truth this year. All right. That wraps up last week. Let's get into this week's games, starting in the NFL, where most of the games will be for the week. We start Thursday Night Footballs with the Falcons traveling to take on the Bucks. The Bucks favored by 5.5, over under 44.5.
Drake London's still out.
Kirk Cousins is still playing.
Give me the Bucks.
Yeah, with the 1 + 1 = Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 + 1 does equal Bucks there. With for the same reasons, everything that's going on right there. I'm going to go with the under. It's Thursday night. I just feel weird about taking a side, especially to cover the favorite to cover. So I'm going to go with the under in the road to 272. Jim, any thoughts?
Fair.
Yeah, I would take the Bucks.
All right. Moving into Sunday football. I think this is the last week without Saturday football, correct?
I think so, yeah.
All right. Sunday football, we have the Jets at the Jags. Jags favored by 11.5, over under 44.5. Jags finally get some favorite love here. Granted against the Jets, but that's still a big line.
I'm not touching this. It's Jags might I don't know. Maybe an under. I don't know. I could see Jags defense actually pretty good.
I think I'm going to be bold and just go with the Jags line.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Jags to cover 11.5. Alex
Definitely paying a premium, Alex. Definitely paying a premium.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna go on the other side of this. It's a lot of points towards the end of the season. Some teams just looking to survive. The Jets have been on a hot streak. I'm not saying they don't win this game, but I think this is potentially a look ahead spot in their big picture. Give me the Jets to cover plus that 11.5. I still think the Jags win, but I think it's a closer game than expected.
Did you say the Jets have been hot?
No, I said the Jags have been hot.
Oh, the Jags have been hot.
I think he might have said Jets, but I think he meant Jags.
Okay.
If I said Jets, I definitely meant Jags.
Yes,
Okay.
I assumed that was what he meant, so I just let it be. But yes,
Yeah, no, the Jets have not been hot.
no, they're not.
They're about to get warmer traveling to Duval, but Jim, any thoughts?
I think I like the over. I think there's going to be points on this one.
All right.
All right. Cards at Texans. Texans favored by 9.5, over under 42.5.
And then Texans. Cardinals have done nothing to prove to me otherwise, and the Texans have been playing all right, so I'm going to roll with them.
Jim, how you feeling about the Texans in this?
I'm riding on that.
Yeah.
All right, Nemi.
I'm in agreement. Cards have been hanging around scoring points against teams recently. Michael Wilson's the new Jerry Rice, and Brissett's been slinging it around. Well, they're about to face the best defense in the league, and I don't think it's going to go very well for them. I think the Texans beat their ass.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Cardinals finally get a running back that may at least be recognizable to the world, and was it Emercado? But that doesn't do much for me either. Texans cover.
Remember the last time the Cards faced the defense? Wasn't it the Seahawks? Weren't they down 35-0 in like halftime? So yeah, I could see something like that again.
Bad. Bills favored by 1.5, traveling to New England to take on the Patriots. Disrespectful based on the records. Now, I will say about 7 or 8 weeks ago, I said the Patriots had a very favorable schedule. I think their last 4 games are going to put that record to the test. So this is definitely a game that I expect to be competitive, and we're going to see a little bit more about what the Patriots have been able to gain with this momentum.
Yeah, I still think I'm going to take the Patriots here. Patriots money line.
Patriots plus 1.5. Got it. Money line for the road to 272. Yeah. Well, Jim, we have to make a pick for the road to 272.
What he said, money line. Let's harass him.
I did. Did you not just hear what I did?
Look at how
egregious.
I meant Patriots money line for the road to 272 because that's money driven.
I understand you had great logic because you had a different train of thought, but Muff's gonna fucking blow you up, isn't he? Because he does it to me every fucking week.
Okay. All right, to Alex's point, if the Patriots were his pick for the Buddy Lay parlay, he would be taking plus 1.5, right, Alex?
Correct.
There you go. But they're doing units, Jim, so
I know why the fuck he did it, Nemi.
Oh. Wow.
Same reason
why. What I don't understand is if you understand why he's doing what he's doing, why do you still not understand why you're doing what you're doing?
Because when I say it, I put it in FanDuel because I want to make money, and then you bust my ass because I don't really give a shit. I'm just doing what I did on my app. Ass.
I correct you so that you get the benefit of the doubt, Jim. If you would like me to stop correcting you, and then when it bites you in the ass, You
That'd be
can't be
great.
upset.
Instead, talk to me like I'm stupid.
What is it called? Everybody help everybody, right?
Yelly, everybody love everybody.
There you go.
I just really.
I'm gonna go with the over in
I
this
was
game.
just only saying what my pick was.
I'm going with the over. Next, we have the Chargers at the Chiefs. Chiefs favored by 4.5. Over under 43.5.
The Chiefs are basically eliminated, or are we maybe mostly likely are eliminated?
I think with the Colts situation, it is still bleak, but not dead.
Okay, I think the Chiefs win here, and 4.5 though. Like again, they haven't been good. Who are they to be giving 4.5 points to the Chargers? I get it. It's in Arrowhead. It's going to be cold. Chargers don't like that stuff, so I'm going to stay away. But
I don't like this game. I hate Chiefs Chargers games. I don't think the Chargers ever have the Chiefs number, no matter how good they are. I'm staying away. I hate this game.
I'm going to go with another under here. I think the Chiefs unders have been serving me well. Their defense is just good enough to limit teams, and their offense has not been performing. So when their offense is performing, they're methodical drives and they're not big play drives. So I'm going to continue on that Chiefs under train and go with that in this game as well. Raiders, Eagles. Eagles favored by 12.5, over under 38.5.
I don't care. Staying away.
yeah, gross. Nope. Go ahead, Alex.
I was just gonna say, because I have to pick something, I think I'm gonna pick the over.
Yeah, I'm with you, Alex. I'm also going to go with the over. If the Eagles get 31 of those points, I think the Raiders can. I mean, they've proven that they can do some garbage time magic for us. So let's.
Do you care that Geno is probably not playing?
That actually maybe help because they'll have less turnovers
at this point.
Okay.
Yeah,
but the overs could lead to turnover. No, turnovers could lead to points. But got it. Yeah, I think it's going to be Kenny Pickett is the rumor going on right now.
Kenny Pickett, the Magic Man from Pittsburgh. Yeah, I'm going with the over there. Jim, staying away. Gross.
Yeah.
All right, Ravens favored by 2.5 at the Bengals. Over under 51.5.
I could see the Bengals taking this.
Ravens just have not been good. It's like the Chiefs, like these teams that are usually the powerhouses this year, some of them just aren't. And Lamar's been banged up. He hasn't been playing well. He's been throwing interceptions. Bengals defense, I don't really trust. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
Hendrickson out now for
he's out
season.
for probably the rest of the year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bengals are basically eliminated. So T. Higgins got another concussion, but he still might play, they're saying. So I don't know, maybe like an over or something. Weather dependent, maybe an over.
Yeah, I'm looking at the over as well. I think by Sunday the weather's supposed to be, at least the precipitation's supposed to be cleared out. If it's windy, right, then that does not favor the over. But I'm going to go with the over just with two teams that are able to score points. So yep. I'm just going to stay away from the side and hope that the offenses rule the day. Commanders, Giants. Giants favored by 2.5, over under 47.5. Talk about a team that had a lot of fanfare coming into the year and has just been decimated by injuries. The Commanders.
Yeah, Commanders seem to be dying, slow death kind of thing. Every week they got one good game in the past like 4 or 5 games. But besides that, Jay Daniels out again, I think. Giants are getting a little healthy.
Career's probably over now.
Yeah, maybe. Giants are getting healthy. They're getting there. Getting Tyrone Tracy's back practicing. Another week of practice. What's that? Oh, another week of practice for Jackson Dart. People like him there. They think they're better when he's playing. So I think the Giants beat him here. So I think I'm going to lean the Giants.
I think I'm going to go with the under.
I'm also on the under here. Yeah,
I'm going to go with the under. Best bet.
Jim, any thoughts?
I like Nemi's take.
All right, Browns at Bears. Bears favored by 7.5, over under 40.5. I think this is supposed to be a incredibly cold game. I think they're looking at like minus 20 wind chill.
Yeah, real cold. Shooter. Yeah, I don't know how good he's going to play in the cold. played well last week. Not to say he's immature, but he seems like someone who might be, patting himself on the back a little bit maybe this
Can't believe
week.
you're doing this. Can't
I
believe
think
it.
that they have a rude awakening this week in
Shame
Chicago,
on you.
and I think they get beat down pretty good. And I'm be leaning the Bears.
Jim, you're not a fan of the Shadur hate?
You can't hate on Shadur.
You can.
I believe Nemi just did, and Alex has been doing it for going on 2.5 years.
Yeah, but he's not in Cleveland. Alex can do what he wants.
I just don't really trust him to be consistent yet, Jim. That is all. I'm not writing him off. I'm not saying he doesn't have upside. Just this week in a minus 20 degree wind chill on the road against the Bears that have a good coach and that have a good record, I don't trust it.
I think he's got some sound logic there.
And the Browns just gave up 31 points to the Titans. What the fuck was that?
I think that's the big one right there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the over, right? This is against all of the logic that I can put together. I think the line may have gone down since I grabbed this. So I don't know if it's still 40.5. Somebody can check on that. I'm going to go with the over against everything that I would love to
Action
say.
App says 39, but it's not tied to FanDuel.
Right. That's just the best line they can find, right?
Yeah.
All right, next we have Titans at the 49ers. 49ers fair by 12.5, over under 44.5.
Give me under 44.5. I don't think the Titans can put up 31 points 2 games in a row.
Not touching, no feel, no lean.
Jim?
Me too.
Alex is on the under, you said, or the over?
I am on the under.
I'm going to go, give me the 49ers to cover here. It's a lot of points. 49ers still playing to make something happen here. I think they show out at home, right? Titans traveling mostly across the country here. Give me the
49ers off a bye.
And there we go. I didn't even realize that. Another reason 49ers to cover. Lions at Rams. Rams fair by 5.5, over under 54.5. So this is probably like the matchup of the week, right?
Oh, yeah. 54.5 is a massive over-under for NFL. Probably one of the higher ones of the year.
I really hate to do this, but I definitely think I have to go with the Rams here.
Yeah, a lot of people say the Rams are the best team in football.
Yeah,
Lions have been inconsistent, I guess we could say. They've had their goods and their bads. This is one of those I'm going to watch it and enjoy it, and I don't think I'm going to bet it and hope for points and entertainment.
When it comes to watching it, where are you watching? Like, do you have the NFL package? Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have 4 screens in my basement, and we come over and we quad box on one with Sunday Ticket, and then I have I have 2 cable boxes as well, so the local games go on those, and then I have another TV with YouTube TV Ticket on 3 or 4 screens. So there's usually like 8 to 9 games going at once, and the sound is on red zone at all times, just so we can hear injuries or whatever's who's in the medical tent or whatever. So degenerates.
I love it.
Simply put, Jim, yes, he has a setup.
You ever want to come hang out? Just let me know. You can come hang out.
That is a lot.
Did I ever send you a picture of the basement? I'll send you pics.
I need to see the setup.
All right. I'll send it to you after the show.
Okay.
All right. I'm going with the under, right? That being such a high line, I think that's just inviting a lot of over picks, even though it is a high line. So I'm just going to go with the under. Rams defense steps up, limits the Lions. Give me the under. Panthers fair by 2.5 at the Saints, over under 40.5 in the yikes game of the week.
I don't trust the Panthers, and I don't trust the Saints, and I don't trust my eyes wanting to watch this. So I don't think I'm going to bet this one.
Alex?
I have to bet it, so I think I'm going to go Panthers money line.
I am going to mirror Alex's pick in a time whenever I can take a money line based on the line present. Just let me pick a straight up winner because I trust nothing about this game. So give me the favorite on the money line. Jim?
I don't know.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet? So that means you're leaning something here to take as a best bet?
I don't know. I don't know, Muff.
Ask your genie lamp.
Yeah, that's the genie lamp. What does the genie lamp say?
We'll
Got to rub it the right way, and then you'll get
I
an
was
answer.
just about to say, just make sure you rub it the right way.
Right.
Jim, is that a new token of good luck there? Your stress ball?
This is how I deal with you.
Is that a stress ball? Is that a breast implant? What is that?
It's a stress ball you take.
Hacky sack.
Yeah, hacky. What do we got there? You out hacking in Columbus with the hipsters?
I don't know if you know, but this is the trend. It's you should know this. I'm sure Alex. I think Alex and I have actually talked about it.
Is it one of those Nito things?
Nitos, yeah.
Yeah, I had one of those, and then I punctured it, and all the crap came out. So
What is it?
See?
That is, you were very stressed that day.
So is it a stress ball or what is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is what it is. Packers favored by 2.5 at the Broncos, over under 42.5.
I could argue this is the game of the week.
That's true. I'm not going to disagree.
agree
It doesn't
with that.
have the same flair as the other matchup, but this is likely I would say the competitive from start to end game of the week. I'll give you that.
Yeah, this is a great game. I don't have it a feel though. Packers have been on a roll. Broncos are. I just don't think the Broncos are that good. So I'd probably lean the Packers to get it done. But on the road, it's hard to play in Denver.
Good. What about the over?
Well, I'm not going to give a feel for the over. I'm going to go Packers money line. Give me another favorite on the money line here. Let's just hope that pans out. As far as the over, Alex, I think it's tough for me to take a Broncos over at home. Even though the Packers offense has been starting to click, they're getting all their pieces back, especially the wide receiver positions. I think it's just tough for me, the Broncos at home, to pray for points.
I feel like 42.5 is not that high if you have the Packers wide receiver starting to come back to life.
Yeah, I think they're getting healthier and healthier. Jordan Love looked pretty good last week, but Jordan Love's very inconsistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While we're on the topic of people coming back into play, fantasy football. Let's do a little quick off ramp here. How's everybody's fantasy football playoff situations here? We in any playoffs this week? I'm in a playoff this week, a playoff matchup.
I had 4 leagues. I made the playoffs in 2. One of them I was the number 1 seed, so I get a bye. The other one I have a playoff matchup. So only one playoff matchup for me this week.
All right, I have one. I am the 6th seed, the last seed. I got in due to a tiebreaker, more points for, so that's what's put me in the 6th spot. So super excited about that. And in the Sports Stuff with Jim and Muff Fantasy Football League, this week is going to decide the playoff fates. Alex is in the running, Jim is in the running, and I am in the running.
Oh, there you go. Last week on the show, remember I was sweating coming in last and having to wear a dress.
Oh yeah.
Well, I did not come in last because the guy needed Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith to get like 18 combined, and they got like 9. Jalen Hurts got like 1.
Yeah.
So he came in, which is insanely lucky on my part. He needed like 8 more points out of combined both of those two, and Jalen Hurts got a whole 1 or 2 points. So I'll count my chickens.
2 turnovers in one play.
Yeah, I'll count my chickens, and we'll just prop it up to some luck, and we'll run away with the tail between my legs and hope I never get put in that situation again.
And the spouses play in our league. It's me versus Joe and Nate versus Sam.
It's rivalry week?
Feels like it, Muff.
I guess could be. I mean, I don't do anything to set that schedule, so that is blind luck.
I feel like because you moved the divisions this year.
That has to do with seeding from the year before, right?
I did realign. There was conference realignment.
I feel like you set this up.
I did not. I did set it up. I won't disagree that I set it up, but I did not intentionally make any matchups in the last week. So that is not on me. That is on Yahoo. So Yahoo knew.
And how are you the 7th ranked and have a shot at the playoffs?
Because of the seeding.
Okay.
I'm 7th ranked by points for, but I could be the 2nd place in my division.
Feels a tad bit rigged.
I don't
It's like I'm 7-7, but 2nd place in my division.
Yes, Jim, because in August, whenever I set everything up, I foreshadowed this situation playing out in the last week of our fantasy football season.
Kind of feels that way.
Oh dear. Here we go. Jim's new rigged fantasy football.
Yeah.
Jim, you can set up the league next year.
No, I'm good.
Okay, then you can stop talking. Seahawks favored by 11.5, hosting the Colts. Over under 42.5.
Oh,
That
Philip
spread's a
Rivers.
little high.
Seahawks.
Does it seem a little
it
high with
high?
the Colts situation?
I think Rivers is going to show out.
Seahawks.
Dude, he's a grandpa. He's overweight. Have you seen the pictures?
I think he's going to show out.
He's
They asked him on
44 years
stage-
old, Jim.
They asked him, the first question they asked him was like, what kind of shape are you in? And he's like, haven't ran that much. And I'm like, what the hell? How's he about to play quarterback in the NFL?
Did he like run out of money? Did his kids like spend too
No.
much?
No, they literally have no one else. They're like, everyone's hurt. Like they don't have any other options. They could sign. I'm sure there's other people they could sign, but like, who was that guy from the Vikings that just played? Max Brosmer. Did you see that guy try to play? Like those are the kind of guys that they'd be trying to play right now. So they were like, oh, we'll see if Philip Rivers can throw it still. And then there was reports that they were impressed with his velocity. I'm like, well, that guy can't possibly move, or he knows the system. He's played for the coach before, so if he plays this week, that is insane.
Of course, the ball's humming. He's got a lot more ass to put into it.
He got 10 kids or something too. He's got 10 kids, and one of them's got kids. He's a grandkid.
Yeah,
Good for him.
Yeah,
Good
give me the Seahawks to cover.
Yeah,
agreed.
I'll tell you one thing: Jonathan Taylor is getting 30 carries because that. I mean, they can't have Philip Rivers throwing the ball 40 times. If he,
I mean, they could. That would be interesting. I'm all for it if that goes down. I agree. I don't think it's It's not good for them to not have another quarterback get hurt and have to find somebody else off the couch next week.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do.
All right. And Sunday Night Football, we have the Cowboys favored by 6.5, hosting the Vikings. 47.5 is the point line. This matchup, I think, just got a little bit more interesting after the Vikings finally being able to get a win last week. JJ McCarthy back. I'm not going to say that 6.5 line is not warranted, but I do think that there is at least a little bit more confidence that the Vikings can put up a fight.
Wait, the Cowboys are going to play in primetime?
Shocking.
Good. I'm glad I have
Fox game of the week.
I think I'm all over the Cowboys. Yeah, the Vikings won last week, which is why this line's a little bit lower than maybe, and if they wouldn't have, Dak's one of the best quarterbacks against pressure. The Vikings love to bring blitzes. I think that's a great matchup for him. CD's probably going to play. I know he's still in protocol, but he's probably going to play. And then Pickens is due to show out after not showing out last game. So I think the Cowboys beat their ass. So I'm
looking at an over in prime time here. I think the Vikings try to get into a track meet. I think Justin Jefferson finally has a game worthwhile.
Getting into a track meet with JJ McCarthy.
I said they're going to try to. Whether that results in turnovers for points or Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and crew having a bigger game this week than they've had pretty much all season. Give me an over in prime time. Jim, any thoughts here?
Yeah, I like that.
I could see the over.
All right, Monday Night Football. We have the Dolphins coming into Pittsburgh. Steelers favored by 3.5. Over under 42.5.
So before you guys talk about your Steelers, what would this line have been 5 weeks ago?
5 weeks ago?
Yeah, before the Dolphins rattled off 4 in a row, and the Steelers were playing pretty good football on top of it.
Somewhere between 5.5 and 7.
Yeah, exactly. So now I'm looking at 3.5, and I'm like, whoa. I don't know. I'll let you guys start, but shocking line to me.
Alex?
I am super torn here. Originally, I was thinking maybe the Steelers minus 3.5. Then I was with the over. Now I'm trying to think, how cold is it going to be on Monday? Is there supposed to be weather coming through? Oof. I think the over, 42.5.
Yeah, I'm going with the over as well. I don't like Miami coming into Pittsburgh in freezing temperatures towards the over situation. But I do think that Mike McDaniel, the Dolphins, are going to find a way to put some points up. I still think the Steelers win, just because I think the Steelers' offense is going to do enough. But I'm gonna go with the over. Give me the over in both primetime games this week, or at least in Sunday, Monday primetime. Jim, thoughts?
like it.
Steelers, Dolphins.
I think the Steelers should cover.
Yeah, I lean the Steelers as well. Again, to Alex's point, Dolphins going into Pittsburgh at night. It's cold as shit. That's not a recipe for Tua. He doesn't play well under 40 some degrees. Steelers still have a defense. How good are the Dolphins really? They've won 4 in a row. They did beat the Bills, but the other 3 games that they won were against like the Saints and Jets and subpar opponents. So I don't see why the Steelers can't defeat them here. But I could also see them winning by like 1-3, just one of those kind of games where they sneak it out. So
Yeah,
I'm leaning
early forecast is you're probably looking at around 10 degrees with any wind chill.
10 degrees.
Yeah, like a high for the day is 17. So I'm assuming at the evening you're gonna get some wind chill on the river.
Tua's not going like that.
He's not.
And isn't A-Chain hurt? He left the game last week. I don't know. I'm sure maybe he's going to play, but if he's not playing, they're really screwed.
Yeah. So get ready for a fun Monday night matchup. All right, into college football, we have a limited slate, obviously, as we are post-conference championship weekend and prior to True Bowl Mania. The games we have to chat about: Army-Navy. Navy favored by 6.5, over under 38.5.
Naval Academy unders? I don't know, maybe.
I mean, just any armed forces academy unders. I mean, you got to think that's the play here. If you're going to go with it, I root for America. I root for one of the teams to win.
It's fair.
I kind of root for Navy here. I don't know.
Jim, any thoughts on America?
I would root for Navy.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, yeah, I'd go for Navy, but to Nemi's point, you gotta put the under in play here, 100%.
No, I don't think that's a bad pick either.
Next we have Boise State taking on Washington. Washington favored by 8.5, over and 51.5. What is this game? This is a bowl, right?
Yeah, this is a bowl.
Which bowl is it?
Get your bowl pick'ems for these games checked out for the bowl.
Yeah, Nemi, take us through what we committed to.
So every year I run like a little bowl pick'em. Usually it's a confidence pool, so I usually only have like 15 to 20 people. But with you guys joining this year, maybe we get up to 20, maybe above. But yeah, you can pretty much the game itself doesn't lock until it starts, and then you can kind of float the confidence picks around and the picks around. You know, as it gets closer, certain guys might not play, or this coach left here, or this guy entered the portal, or this, or, you know, this guy's not dressed like 20 minutes before the game. And if you want to change your pick or change your confidence up until you can. So I think it's pretty fun to do. But yeah, so that's what we're getting into. We can update on this pod who's doing well between us 4 every week if everyone gets in. So I'm down with that.
I don't know if I want to play.
All right. Well, then us 3 could. Jim doesn't have to play. He can if he wants. It's a free country. Because of Army and Navy, it's a free country.
Thank you, Army, Navy.
Well, Air Force, Coast Guard.
Well, the game is, yes.
I don't think we were, putting anyone down. We were just talking about football.
Leave it to Muff.
Bigger than
Make
sports.
sure we're inclusive here. I mean, they're all part of the equation. Yeah, Jim, I encourage you. I compel you. I'm not going to give you an order, but I would not wait until the day of or the night before to work through this system in ESPN's Bowl Mania, because I can hear the text messages happening when you start to do this, and how frustrated you will be.
You have to check. You have to do every game in order to officially submit it, but then you can change them all throughout. So like. Yeah, that's what Muff's saying. You have to actually go through and submit them to actually submit the entry, and then you can change them later. So it takes a little bit there's 40 some games or something. So
and then you have to rank them.
All right, fellas, thanks. I got it.
You're in, baby. You're in.
Woo!
Claim
You
your
better be.
team, Jim. Claim your team. To Boise State, Washington. All right, I would lean Washington to cover here.
I haven't deep dove enough to know who the hell's playing and who's not. If Washington's at full strength, then I like Washington a lot. This is in Louisiana. This game is being played in Louisiana, if that matters to anybody. So both West Coast teams are coming kind of East Coasty. So that's interesting. I'd actually probably take over maybe some points in this bowl game. So early bowl game, offenses haven't been sitting around for weeks, so maybe they're still fluid.
That's fair. I can get on board with that. Next Tuesday, and you guys are gonna have to tell me what bowl this is. Troy favored by 3.5, taking on Jacksonville State over under 50.5.
You're asking what bowl that is? That bowl is the Salute to Veterans Bowl in Montgomery, Alabama.
Salute the veterans. Salute the veterans and give me the men of Troy.
I feel like
Best
Troy.
bet, Troy to cover. Yeah. I'm gonna take Troy to cover.
You sure?
Yeah, that's.
I'm sure.
You felt a little wishy-washy about it.
I did because I initially was looking at the under, but I did some recon earlier today. I'm gonna take Troy to cover.
I don't have
any your thoughts on this game from our college guys?
I do not. Sorry.
I would say Jacksonville State.
Okay. All right, and Wednesday we got two games. We got Old Dominion taking on South Florida. USF favored by 6.5 over under 56.5.
As in Brian Hartline's Brian Hartline's future boys.
I whether he's there or not, I take South Florida.
I think I take South Florida here. It seems like one of those like getting a new coach, excited, whatever. We get a big win.
South Florida's quarterback is not playing in the game. I heard Byron Brown not playing. Yeah, I'm probably gonna stay away, but I'd probably lean an over or something. But yeah, not with him not playing.
Yeah, I would lean an under with that. Yeah, that's what I would lean under if I had to. Not going to be a best bet. Any other thoughts on that one?
No. Nope. South Florida to cover.
All right, Louisiana Lafayette, the Ragin' Cagans, favored by 2.5, taking on Delaware over under 57.5.
I'd take the Ragin' Cagans.
I like bowl game overs.
I think everybody loves bowl game overs. I mean, yeah, if I'm going to cheer for anything in bowl games, it's points. Give me fun. I'll go along with you there, Nemi. I'd lean the over.
This game is the 68 Ventures Bowl in Mobile, Alabama.
All right. Does anybody know anything about that company?
Nope.
You know what? This is going to be funny. Yeah, there's a lot of the weird companies sponsoring games this year that you don't usually hear about. But yeah, I know nothing about 68 Ventures. Anybody else?
Sounds like financial services to me.
I'm gonna Google it.
You Google them. All right, that's a slate for the week. Let's get into our best bets. We start. Well, Nemi, you're the first one on the best bet card.
All right. Think this week I'm gonna go with 5 picks, 1 college, 4 NFL. I'm gonna go with the over in the Boise State Washington game. Hope that all their players play. Like I was talking about earlier, fluid offenses that haven't been on a break or anything, and they score some points and have fun in the first bowl game of the year. Next, I'm going to go with the Texans minus 9.5 against the Cardinals. I think it's a bad matchup for the Cardinals, so I think Texans beat them up. Giants minus 2.5 against the Commanders. Cowboys minus 6.5 against the Vikings, and the Steelers minus 3.5 against the Dolphins. That's a lot of NFL favorites. I don't love it, but we'll see what we can do.
It's all NFL home favorites, though.
Yeah, I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't love my card this week, but we'll see what happens.
All right, next we have Alex.
My best bets this week, I will take Army versus Navy minus 6.5, Chargers plus 4.5 at the Chiefs, the Commanders Giants under 47.5, Colts at Seahawks. Seahawks minus 11.5, and South Florida minus 6.5 versus Old Dominion.
All right, I'm going to be taking Troy to cover 3.5, taking on Jacksonville State. Texans to cover 9.5, hosting the Cards. Chargers Chiefs under 43.5. Commanders Giants under 47.5, and Vikings Cowboys over 47.5. Jim.
I'm going to take Bears minus 7.5 at the Browns, Texans minus 9.5 against the Cardinals, Steelers minus 3.5 with the Dolphins, and the Patriots plus 1.5 against the Bills.
You don't want money line?
Not allowed. That's not allowed.
Oh no, I just said I said at the beginning of this episode I will never correct you anymore. And then when it bites you in the ass, I don't want to hear you bitching and moan about it.
I do see Jim doesn't have a college bet. Is that against the rules?
Your emotional support human brought this one up, Jim.
It is a small slate. Usually I know it's a rule, but
I
it's a
was
small
waiting for this
slate.
moment, so I deferred him off. Do I have to have a college bet?
I honestly don't recall what we did in this weird in-between time.
I know.
I think
can't remember
naturally
either.
you probably did have a college bet, but I don't know if we ever had a steadfast rule in this time period.
I just don't think the college games are worth a shit this
Let's
week.
ask Alex his opinion.
I mean, I picked one because I thought we had to have one.
Oh,
but
well, there
I
you
don't
go.
really care that much. There are certain things you fight about and certain things you don't fight about, and I think I'm gonna just let this one be.
We do. I will if that's the stance we're gonna have. I do give Nemi and Alex the option to remove their college bet from their best bets if they would like.
I'm good with mine.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Keeping
leave mine.
I'm good with keeping.
I convinced myself.
All right. Jim
All right.
does not have to have one. Carry on.
Moving into the special, but okay, let's set the rule that after this week, up until what do we want to say, the Final Four?
I contend that
There's nothing to contend yet. This is
listen
discussion.
to me, you ass. The Army-Navy game was supposed to be the only game, and then bowl started.
It is the game. I agree.
So, them shoving Boise State and Washington, Troy, and all those games into this was what screwed me up.
Okay. I mean, it is the only. We'll say the only game this. Well, no, because there's a game the same day. Is that new? Was there
Yeah.
always a bowl game the same day?
No, it was always Army-Navy.
That's on American.
That's American. All right, fair enough. That is the difference then.
Yes.
Okay, that is why things are crossed up this year. All right, let's get into specialty picks. First, starting with you, Mike. All stot hit stick pick of the week.
Bow, 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 bow.
Wow. Who wants Texans?
I'm okay with it. I didn't have it as a best bet, but I was already looking at that, and that was one that I'm good with.
Jim, you in?
Yep.
All right, Texans to cover 9.5, hosting the Cardinals in the hit stick pick. Next, in swift kick to the killer draft. Dick risky pick of the week.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
I have all favorites on my card, so I defer to my people's.
The only options that we have from the best bet card are Jim's on the Patriots and Alex is on the Chargers. We can do a light pick unless somebody wants to start making a case. All right. Jim, you get the choice this week. Who's the light?
Patriots.
Well, wait a second. Aren't you? Never mind. Go ahead. For some reason, I thought you were on the Chiefs, Jim.
Patriots.
Jim's on the Pats. All right. Jim chooses the Patriots as the light. The light says not the Patriots.
Okay.
Chargers it is.
All right.
Chargers money line taking on the Chiefs. We are asking for all of the bad news for the Chiefs this week.
Yeah, and it's a swift kick to the killer Trav Dick. Risky picking it.
Oh, this is perfect.
Yeah, this is what we made it. This is why it was named this.
This is what we came for. All right. Next in the Buddy Lay Parlay.
Yippee.
Cards of Texans. Texans to cover 9.5 is in. Jim, you get first crack.
This is an odd position for me. Give me the Bears game.
Jim's taking the Bears to cover 7.5, hosting the Browns. Next is me. I'm going to go with Chargers Chiefs under.
Ooh.
We got two
So
bets
we got
right
the
now.
Chargers and the under in our specialty picks. So we need the Chiefs to continue to sputter on offense.
That's it. Alex.
Give me the Seahawks minus 11.5.
And Nemi.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys minus 6.5 against the Vikings.
Okie dokie. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this week. All NFL slate. All right. And last in Jim's Super Dog.
Super the duper.
Thinking like Boise State or something? Like, I don't even know. It's not really a ton of options.
Well, we took that we took the opposite end of the Seahawks game. I was flirting with that Colts money line.
All right. Phillip Rivers, baby.
In fact, I am going to do in direct conflict Colts money line.
I am not a part of this pick.
He's like, I do not emotionally support this.
I have
Nemi's
faith in the
opted
old
out of
men.
supporting this.
I saw him on the podium today, and I do not support that pick.
I have faith in the old men.
Grandpa Phil. Jesus.
Grandpa Phil at the helm. We already, I think, stated this in the Survivor. I'm going to take the Eagles as straight up winners this week. See if I can continue on my path.
See if you can finish it out. You got 3 more
if
weeks, right? 3 more weeks, I think. 17
finish
weeks.
it out.
Yeah.
Finish this out. I'll be excited. 18 weeks, 17 games.
Yeah.
So I have 4 weeks. All right, in the marathon, the road to 272 NFL bets, Alex and I only have 16 times 4 is 64 games left.
Yeah. We're doing it.
We can do it, Alex. We can do it.
Yeah.
Alex gets to make the picks first this week. How about it?
My picks. My picks this week are the Bucks minus 5.5 versus the Falcons, Jags minus 11.5 versus the Jets, Texans minus 9.5 versus the Cardinals, Patriots money line versus the Bills, Chargers plus 4.5 at the Chiefs, Raiders Eagles over 38.5, Ravens Bengals over 51.5, Commanders Giants under 47.5, Bears minus 7.5 versus the Browns, Titans 49ers under 44.5, Rams minus 5.5 versus the Lions, Panthers money line at the Saints, Packers Broncos over 42.5, Seahawks minus 11.5 versus the Colts, the Cowboys minus 6.5 versus the Vikings, and the Dolphins Steelers over 42.5.
All right, in my picks this week in the road to 272 NFL bets, I will be taking Falcons Bucks under 44.5. Jets plus 11.5 traveling to Duval. Texans to cover 9.5 hosting the Cardinals. Bills Patriots over 49.5. Chargers Chiefs under 43.5. Raiders Eagles over 38.5. Ravens Bengals over 51.5. Commanders Giants under 47.5. Browns Bears over 40.5. 49ers to cover 12.5 hosting the Titans. Lions Rams under 54.5. Panthers money line as favorites taking on the Saints. Packers money line as favorites taking on the Broncos. Seahawks to cover 11.5 at home against the Colts. Vikings Cowboys over 47.5 and Dolphins Steelers over 42.5 in Monday Night Football. The marathon where we've reached. What is that? The point of no return where people usually peter out in a marathon. I think we're at that spot.
Yeah, I agree. But
we've hit the wall. And we have to push
energy
through.
dummies and keep going.
All right, we're gonna push through. We're gonna push through for all of this, and I need to make it known. Alex will be joining a prestigious group in the coming month.
Yup.
Alex is going to join me in athletic support endeavors and be part of the stat team.
Oh,
Yeah.
good luck.
So
Thank
get
you.
pumped to follow live stats for West Liberty basketball in the coming weeks. Alex will likely be calling stats. I will be inputting stats.
I will be calling stats, and I was instructed that I'll catch on quick. Muff will show me what to do, except for it was Chris.
What does calling stats mean?
So there are 3 people at a basketball game as part of the live stats crew NEMI. One person is assigned to each team, and then there is a stat inputter. So the person that's actually putting the information in that people view on the live stat stream. So the person that's calling Team A has the ball. Team A puts up a shot. Number 3 missed 3-point shot from the corner, and then the person that has Team B would say rebounded by Team B, number 5.
And you're sitting there just inputting it all.
I'm sitting there quite literally doing this, not watching the game.
Wow, that's jeez. Hope you get paid a lot.
I'm
for
gonna
that.
be one of the people like that is giving stats to Muff.
Yeah, here's how this is going to go, Nemi. Since Alex is going to have limited training because we'll have a conversation before. Alex will say something and miss a piece of information because he doesn't know that I need it right away, and I will be like, Alex, was there an assist? Alex will be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then if he says yes, I'll say, what number was the assist? And then Alex will look at the court and try to find the person that he thinks had the ball last and say, I think it was number 10. And then I will put in assist for 10. And then
So are these
we'll
stats that you're doing like official NCAA stats that get submitted to the NCAA, or are you doing it just for like the stream?
these serve as the official stat. Teams afterwards can request stat corrects. So we do the best we can during that time. And I will say even during like timeouts and halftime, we will make note of a play like, hey, we're unsure. And because all of these are also live streamed, we'll go back and watch back and make edits along the way.
Got it. Okay. That sounds fun. You guys enjoy that.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
All right. And that wraps up this week's episode of Sports Stuff Betting Stuff. As a reminder for everybody, you can follow us at Sports Jim Muff on Instagram and Twitter, Sports Stuff with Jim and Muff on Facebook, on YouTube. But be sure to subscribe, comment, rate, review, poke, like, tickle.
Get the bell on.
Ding ding.
Get that bell on. The rocket ship's going up, up, and away, to the moon, past the moon, to Mars. Going past the Starlink, right? All the Starlink satellites. We're going to do it. And much like the Starlink satellites, much like Elon Musk, much like anything he puts his hands on, when it comes to Friday, you're going to find a
Payday.